Yeah, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 27 of the 412 show. You know what I mean?
Word of the day is.
Alright. So what are you talking about? I wanted to say something about, have you ever went in your mom's room before and was going through stuff? Kind of something.
You want to kick it off with this? Alright.
Oh, you want to start something? You want to start something?
Nah, hey, look good. I found DVDs in my, it was in the hallway in my, apartment complex. That shit was wild.
DVDs in the home.
I feel like you just find anything in there, especially like when we live. I just like you find like you ever see a needle?
Oh yeah,
that's a normal shit though.
Used condoms. It's on the ground.
It's on the ground. It's like what the hell?
Like what were y'all doing at the child?
It's gone.
Yeah, the used needles was definitely nasty. And they used to just be like in the grass and shit, places with kids.
Imagine like falling on that.
You playing football with your friends. You fucking stand up. Ah! You got a needle in your back. It's like, bro.
It's like sticking in your
Like, bro,
back.
hold on, bro.
So don't pull it out.
Like, I'm sorry, son, but you got AIDS.
Nah, that's wild.
You got AIDS. But no.
We just having a little debate. Like what was better, Family Guy or American Dad?
That's easy, Family Guy.
Why?
It's just
Not, alright, so like not what's better, but like what's funnier. Do you feel
Family Guy. Any earlier seasons,
Yeah, I feel like Family Guy.
I probably say American Dad.
the cutaway scenes were just perfect, and they weren't always just like, well, if we're just talking about just funny ones, yeah, the cutaway scenes are also they just hit different better. Now they're kind of like corny, they're just like repetitive. That's like the whole episode, just a cutaway. Oh, it was like this, cutaway.
Cut away.
But back in the day, man, them joints used to be funny as hell.
No, American Dad, it just do so much wild stuff. It just makes you laugh. It'll be like relatable. I'll be like, what the heck?
Yeah, Kermit in the swamp. He's like, hey man, you know which way it is to the town? He's like, back the way you came.
Yeah, that was wild. South Park's pretty wild too.
I think South Park is a bit more, it's definitely more out there than Family Guy.
It's probably like one of the most out there shows of all time.
It's just like blatantly crossed the line. Like Family Guy kind of like just punches, jabs. Sometimes it like really does cross it, but so South Park is just that. That's just all it is.
South Park is just like.
Even as a kid, I was like, damn, I don't know what the hell. Like I think the first episode I seen, they was like talking about Osama bin Laden. And they like zoomed in on it. They zoomed in on it, and it was like microscopic or some shit.
That's wild.
They like found him in a cave or something. That was like my introduction to Osama.
South Park, I would just see it like, because I would never see it on like regular TV sometimes. But like, I would see it like late night maybe.
Yeah, it was always on like midnight. Yeah, I would see it. I never like just blatantly seen it.
South Park.
I don't know. Again, I wasn't really into that show when I was younger. For me, it was like Family Guy for some reason. Robot Chicken.
You never seen the Boondocks?
I seen it. Like I would see like the little commercials and them fighting and stuff. That kind of made me interested, but I just never got around to watching it. So I probably end up watching it now.
It's funny, man. It's funny.
I just started watching Sopranos. I've been cutting down on a lot of shows I've heard about, but I haven't watched. Sopranos. I'm almost done with Game of Thrones. I'm kind of afraid to finish it because everyone's talking about the last season's trash, so I don't even think I want to watch season 8. We're just going to stop after season 7. But yeah, that I watched the first season of Attack on Titan. Probably won't keep watching that, but depending on what happens. But
yeah, that's slow. Like that show was slow.
Yeah.
I do pick up.
this is loud ass music. Niggas run from these fucking joints. I'm like, damn, everybody's getting
Can you imagine?
fucking getting bitten and shit.
They start seeing lightning all around here. You think you run from a Titan, bro? Start banging on your door.
Running from a Titan. That's why they need horses, man. You can't run from that big
We're
ass.
gonna find a horse around here.
You're not. You're waiting for what's it called, The Boys.
You watch Jimmy?
Yeah.
I
I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some of it.
That shows are definitely out there.
Is Homelander killer at the end? Is that what that was? Did he kill him? Did he ever kill him?
You know. Cause I had to think, I'm like,
So probably just like, I don't know, knock her out or some shit. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to watching The Boys this season. I think it's coming out pretty soon, but it's gonna be chilling. Chilling like Stephen Hawking on that island. Have y'all seen those memes?
I keep seeing them memes everywhere. Really,
You think-
if you really think about it, they can take your name and say you've been on that list. If you acting up, okay, we're gonna put you on the list. I mean, ruin your whole career.
Yeah.
You think the government will use that as like something to like hang over people? Not like people like us, but like, you know, people that they got it, people don't like.
Like I said in the last episode, apparently it's all attached to like some agency, some intelligence agency to make you blackbound and have control over certain politicians, celebrities in certain roles. But
So you think they could hold over people's heads and like put them on the list even if they weren't even on the list?
no.
You think they wouldn't do that?
Doesn't mean, because if you can prove where you were during those times, I mean, you can't just say you were somewhere. You have a counter argument for it. No, unless they have indisputable evidence. I mean, which nowadays they probably can just make with the AI shit now. They can just fake it.
It's like, yeah, I was.
See, look, it's clearly an image.
It's like a whole body double that he's built like you. He's
Yeah,
built
no.
through the same things.
I don't know, so who knows? That's a good conversation, just AI shit, man. 10 years from now, we're seeing it progress extremely fast in front of our eyes. I mean, it just like, I seen the trend of the AI stuff just like become like prominent on like TikTok and stuff like last year, in the middle of last year, and just see how far the AI is coming already.
It reminds me of like Wally, you know, how like the people like progress. Cause I seen an ad on like, cause you know how like they'll do like a whole paper. He was like, oh no, we'll find that we're excited. Oh no, we'll find everything that you need for the paper. Oh, and it won't be copyrighted. Isn't that crazy? Like the whole AI could find the whole paper, find all the sources, make sure it's not copyrighted.
Well,
You just submit that.
that's the next thing, other than like it being used for like,
Can you imagine having that in school? Like being able to just put a whole paper.
that's the next thing. Like you can use it fraudulently, like you can use it for stuff like that, plagiarism. You can use it to,
And it's not playing with plagiarism no more.
you can use it to solve math problems and all this other crazy stuff. But
Yeah.
also make people lose their jobs too, because now you gotta think about if they don't need people who's like, it was actually something I wanted to do when I was younger. What's it called? It's like something like it's like a market designer, or it's like you pretty much make logos for companies, or like a freelance artist type of thing. You see the way it just, like
Oh, yeah,
it's
just
AI
make
stuff.
pictures.
Yeah, you don't need to hire a person.
You make 100 pictures with 100 different. Yeah, you know. That's crazy.
Oh, what do you think about the AI shit, Tony? The AI.
I've seen like, remember that little Trump AI shit? Like they had like the presidents all playing like Call of Duty and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it actually sounded like them. Like they had their speech pattern down to it, and all that. Nigga, it was crazy. That shit dangerous.
Oh.
Wow.
The songs, that reminded me too. Like the songs he made.
Oh yeah.
Like that Drake one he made was fucking crazy.
Little fucking Patrick shit too. Voice
You give me
actors.
any roll up?
Yeah, that shit can be dangerous. I think.
Come over and take you out.
They had Kanye for that little day and night, man.
Yeah. See, it's gonna get crazy. And that was just from last year. So you can imagine, like we keep saying it, like 5,
10 years.
10, 20 years from now, if you even make it that long. We're talking about 2024 is gonna be that year that everything really goes off. So that's why I'm like exponentially trying to get the things I need to survive faster. You know, build up my arsenal, start training get back in shape and all that, man. Like, this isn't a time, and I know we keep talking about it, I'm gonna keep talking about it, because it's really getting serious out here, guys. This really isn't a time to be comfortable, man. You gotta get right, bro. Like, even if you're doing, like, small things like this, getting the little things you might need to be able to survive, if you don't have access to certain, if you don't have access to electricity, fucking light, your stove, gas, anything, you know what I mean? Clean water, because eventually the water's not going to be able to make it to our houses or whatever, so.
Yeah, like, yeah, you gotta be able to, like, maneuver without the knowledge, man. You know?
I already noticed some of the things.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, like you said, the little things, like, you can't get your hair cut, man. You have to use scissors or something. You don't have to.
So, I'm looking into all the little things that I get. Scissors, first aid.
And then it's like, how are people gonna make money?
Knives. I gotta get an axe.
Like,
Fucking Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, man. You gotta give me a nice fucking axe.
how's the government gonna pop up on us? Is it gonna be like old times where it's like villages, like thinking like some winter type stuff? Think it's gonna be like that?
What if everything like collapsed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna take us back to the Stone Age, man. If we don't have access to those type of energy sources anymore, like light, electricity, and gas. Well, we probably have access to gas because electricity don't have nothing to do with that. So we probably have access to like cars and stuff until we run out of oil, or the capability to mine those oils and have access to those resources to keep the cars and stuff going, or anything else that run off of gas. But your lights and all that, you know, your heat for people in your homes is gonna be gone. So I don't know. Again, this is the bare minimum. I'm thinking about getting a dehydrator. You can put like fruits and stuff in there. Dehydrator. They can last for months, years. Get like they have like these specific Ziploc bags for dehydrated like foods and shit. You can put it in the bags, fucking vacuum seal it, put it away. It'll be good for a few years.
That's
10 years max. So I'm trying to get me one of those. Get the filters, get my arsenal up, get knives, axe, everything. You know what I mean? So.
Did you really throw an axe? Okay, like an axe?
I'll give me a hat. I'm gonna give me a hatchet and I'm gonna give me an axe. Like a big axe.
Like like a little Viking axe?
No, like an axe to chop down trees. Like,
How big?
like an actual axe.
How big?
A regular axe. I don't know. However big, it's like regular axe.
That's a regular axe?
Yeah, they're pretty big. You gotta chop down a damn tree with it, yeah.
That's how big an
Or
axe is?
chop wood and shit. Just imagine an axe you see in the movies. And that's an axe I'm talking about. A regular axe I can use to cut down wood. Because you're not gonna punch the fucking tree down. It's Minecraft. You're going to fucking
Like, you trying to break the tree?
German
Like, trying to wrestle it?
Take the fucking tree to Suplex City. You know what I mean?
Ain't no way. Trying to build like your own houses again?
Oh my god, something crazy.
Whoop.
I seen this thing with North Korea. They put out like this speech. Kim Jong Un. He's talking about he's thinking about declaring war on South Korea and the rest of United States allies and in Asia over there. And he got nukes. They think they got about North Korea got about 60, 80 nukes. I mean, they think they had the capability to possibly hit the United States. I mean, I don't know. They're both gearing. They've both been gearing up for war, South Korea and North Korea, for the past year or so, past few years. So they both announced that they're ready to fight another Korean war, because we already went to war in that peninsula before. Our ancestors, I guess. If any of your, the people you know, anyone in your family, a great uncle or something fought in the fucking Korean War. It's not really well known. That part of American history. They don't really talk about it too much.
Was it before or was it after the Vietnam?
It was definitely before.
So like probably 60s or 50s something.
Were you at that war?
It was before Vietnam. It was like in the 50s, like 51, 52 or something like that. Because North Korea invaded the South. And then the United States intervened. They was able to push pretty much North Korea all the way up to the Chinese border, and then China intervened. They sent like 600,000 troops across the border. Then they pushed the United States back all the way to, like, they almost pushed them out of North Korea and almost completely took over, but then the United States was able to ramp up its war machine, and then we was able to stalemate kind of in the peninsula right there. And technically, North and South Korea were at war all the way up to 2018 because they only signed a ceasefire. They never actually signed like a mutual peace thing. But yeah, I think they did in 2018. So the fact that they're talking about possibly declaring another war again, and North Korea has nukes, that's not a small thing at all.
It's not a small thing at all, bro.
So that means we're going to get involved. If they nuke imagine they nuke Tokyo, because Japan is one of the most powerful countries in the world. You know, not necessarily militaristic, but economically they are. But Japan has been building up their military too, so they're done with the defense shit. They're like, yeah, we're back on the. You think it's over here lobbing around nukes and stuff? They're like, we're back on it, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that out. It's crazy. That's insane. Fucking rising sun.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Watching.
Yeah,
Or what is it called again? Bantai!
That's fucking.
That's insane. So, I don't know. If that did pop off, that'd be crazy.
No, that'd be too crazy.
You like launch a nuke in Los Angeles.
It's like the United States has been itching for a war, I guess. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would they deploy?
Yeah, they invaded South Korea, probably.
So they said the soldiers?
We already have soldiers stationed in South Korea. Like 10,000, 20K.
Talking about a war breakout.
Yeah. We already have bases stationed around. We're pretty much trying to encircle that whole region because we want to contain China's power. You know, just trying to realize that it was dumb to move all our industry over to China just because it was cheaper. But now China controls all the industry in the world, so.
How sick would you be if you was a
Oh my God,
soldier?
that's not even fuck the war. That's not even the worst part. Can you imagine trying to go to the store and buy something? You can't buy nothing because everything that was made in China is like they don't produce it no more and we're not trading no more with the main fucking producer of most of the products in the United States. Well, go home and look at everything you own and tell me what doesn't say made in China. Now imagine trying to go to the store now. You're like, damn, I can't buy a coat, gloves,
hat.
socks, nothing.
That'd be crazy.
You don't want to think about stuff like that. We had it so good our entire lives. This generation, the generation before that,
we don't have nothing,
we
bro.
lived through peace, prosperity.
But the Goodwill,
We're safe over here in a little American bubble, you know?
the Goodwill will be sold out, man. So fast.
Y'all just think because we read it in the history books, like, oh, that stuff's in the past, man. This is modern times. Nothing bad happens here, man. America's like its own little thing. I'm telling y'all, get right. Start preparing. This little distraction, this little utopia that conjured in your minds that we live out fucking every day, just going about it like bots, not realizing that there's a whole world around us that's collapsing. Like there's stuff going on around us, we're just not aware because they just put all these distractions in front of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, make us need stuff. And it just makes you think like all the 1-2 sides of things, like politics, men and women, anything with 1 and 2. It's like they want them all to go against each other.
Yeah.
What's really going on? What's really going on?
I mean, politics is distracting too. That's why I don't really get into arguments with people about politics. It's meaningless. Honestly, like if you look at it, how it's constructed, why is there only 2 parties? And we're fighting back and forth between these 2 parties, yet both parties don't necessarily care about the folks at the bottom, the masses. They're not doing anything that necessarily relates to you directly, other than like welfare things, and even those are like kind of like lackluster.
It's like they always get a president, and then you know the one party gets in the one part of office, the other party gets in the other part of office, and they're not able to like do anything. And I'm like, okay, next try. Then it's the opposite again.
I mean, even if they do something, then the next party gets in and they completely reverse what that party did. Like how the Republicans tried to get rid of Obamacare and all that. You know what I mean? So I don't. Again, I feel like that's just a thing, another distraction for again the people who are really. Think about people who are actually born into money. You're born into a billionaire lifestyle. Money don't mean nothing to you. So what do you find to what can you do to find worth? If like the one thing that's supposed to be like the end all of life is not worth nothing to you, what do you find worth in? Power, controlling other people, making them do what you want them to do, making them indulge in shit that has nothing that contributes nothing to you spiritually, physically, mentally. If anything, to stagnate you in your DNA. Why the fuck is Frosted Flakes changing your DNA? It's stupid shit. Why we go to work 9 to 5 every like you're gonna do this shit? Your children gonna do it, your great grandchildren gonna do it, and your fucking children, like, come on, really? You don't see, like, that's kind of like a pretty much modern day indentured servants.
Go ahead.
Think we're being studied?
Yeah, I think we're being studied because, like, black people change over time. Like, we were, like, really together in the 50s. It's like, what really happened to, like, make us, like, divide, like, the whole family? I know they talk about the drug epidemic, and they also talk about, like, people not being able to get a job at that time. And, like,
yeah, there was definitely levels of terror. The 50s, like you said, that was kind of like a time where you see like black people sticking together a bit more because there was just different morals back then. Black people were in a church, and the church actually meant something in the community. It was contributing something to the community. It was contributing to like black ventures in the community, black banks, black shops, and all that other stuff. So it was just a different type of aura. So now there were still things that black people had to deal with at the time: lynching, KKK, all that other stuff. You were living in the South; it was really bad. But
like it made them tie together.
But like you said, like you said, over time, I just increasingly get a bit more, like, I don't know, like this bit more constructed constructed terrorism. Like they put us in places and cities where we're around like factories and stuff. You know, it's more polluted. They sector us off in these small communities. A lot more families here. There's a lot of people living in small places. Yeah, so you seen how that unit was back in the 50s with the black family. Then you get the introduction of drugs and cocaine in the 70s and 80s, and that led to the just complete destruction of the black community. That did more damage than slavery did, at least in that time frame, to the black community in relation to us. I mean, slavery was bad overall for the black race, but in relation to our lives now, the crack epidemic is way more influential in why our lives are the way they are now. The laws they introduced to fight the crack, that intelligence agencies like the FBI and the CIA were using to fund coups in South American countries because they wanted to stop communism, but really they just wanted to have access to those countries' resources and gain monopolies so American companies can work there and gain money.
Yeah, gain all that money.
So they introduced those drugs to our communities, introduced laws to crack down on our fathers, on our community leaders. If there's no fathers in the community, if there's no men in the community, there can't be enough leaders like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, because all these niggas is in jail. Or they're on crack. Or they're the niggas selling the crack. You know what I mean? Or they hate their race so much they become a part of the system to fight their own race. Become a cop. So they're beating down other blacks. You know what I mean? So I definitely do think it's an experiment. I don't think movies like They Clone Tyrone come out for no reason.
I don't know. That movie was a stretch, but
I mean, yeah, it's obviously they took like creative liberties, but
that would be crazy. Cloning might be real. Cloning might be like more real than we think, and I feel like it's been here probably since the 90s.
Before that.
80s. 80s. You think 80s?
Probably before that, because they were cloning sheep back then. It was like a big thing in the 80s, like this. They cloned this, like this sheep.
I wonder how they did that.
Something with an embryo, and I don't know, but yeah, they managed to clone a sheep. And that's why they've been talking about they can possibly bring back things like woolly mammoths and stuff, like extinct species.
Just leave that alone. You're about to
imagine that,
like an ancient woolly mammoth.
What if they did that, man? Like they start bringing back in extinct species. And
bro, that's how crazy diseases come, bro. Like they should just leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Leave that alone, man. Like,
you don't want to see no animal brought back?
Bro, what if They
Megalodon?
what if they come with a disease so bad, like after 2 or 3 days, your legs fall off and your arms fall
Legs
off,
fall off.
and then your head just explode, bro.
That sounds worse than the bubonic asthma. Great.
That should just
Nah.
come on now.
That'd have to be like some fungus type thing. Like it's like growing out of your face or something.
Man, like it just take over.
That happens to ants actually. You ever seen those? Like those funguses that take over like ants and grasshoppers?
Mhm.
Like they'll grow through their bodies and take over like their vital systems, like their brain, and make them go to like the highest peak on like a tree. So then like the spores from the mushroom can grow out of the ant's head and like fucking spread.
That's crazy.
I was thinking like that's one of the ways that possibly zombies could happen if like something like that mutated and was able to affect humans and do the same thing, like zombify us and make us act in certain behaviors. But I don't know if it'll make you want to eat.
Would you ever try to like experiment with that?
No. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was out in the wilderness, out like trying to go in the woods and shit, trying to act like I was like Bear Grylls or I don't know, man. I was watching those type of shows because I really wanted to be like an explorer, go out and
Look some
study.
tips, man.
I wanted to go out and study, nature. That's probably why I got like this muscle shape now. Because I was probably out there not even realizing I got bit by a tick. Fucking this twitching over here.
He's like, I thought I was sleeping.
Either that or the frosted flakes that messed up my DNA. Who knows? But yeah, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Appreciate all y'all coming back to the channel, man. I'm gonna see y'all next time on the 412 show. See you in peace.
Yeah, peace.
Say that. You know what I mean? Like,
Forget that he